This event is going to take place on 14 June 2025 in Washington, D.C. Now, most of you know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to say is that it is the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. And it's also, Trump's birthday. So he wants to have a parade. And, now, of course, it's going to cost $16 million to repair the streets. Oh, fuck that. Okay, that's not what we're not into $16 million here. That's not the message. So the most powerful weapon that we have in our arsenal, excuse me for the militaristic, toxic language, in our arsenal, yes, we have an arsenal of issues, by far is veterans and veterans benefits. Now, in preparation for this, I contacted a friend of mine, John Della Volpe. To tell you who John is, he is and I say this, I don't think anybody's going to contradict me, the expert in the United States on the youth vote. One of the things he does, in addition to his other consulting work, is he does the Harvard Youth Poll, which is the acknowledged gold standard. So I called John this morning because he told me among 18 to 30-year-olds, the far and away best issue we had was cutting veterans benefits. So I wanted to double check that. I'm going to read you a text that he sent me this morning. I'm going to read it to you verbatim because I don't want anybody to misconstrue this or to think I'm pulling something right out of my ass. We tested more than 10 issues in a poll of more than 1,000 young voters that I wrapped up last week. The most salient and persuasive issue in driving Trump's negatives was, ready for this, get ready, was Trump targets his budget cuts toward 1.2 million veterans who rely on food stamps and many more depend on Medicare. Not far behind that, Trump cut staffs at the Veterans Crisis Hotline, which receives over 60,000 calls per month, despite a suicide rate of 17.6 per day among veterans. Trump is cutting 83,000 jobs at the Department of Veterans Affairs, nearly 1 in 5 VA positions, including doctors, nurses, and suicide hotline staff. All of this is more effective than his manipulation of markets, Qatari jet, etc. Right? That the media, they're not going to cover this because they want to how he's manipulating the markets. They want pump and dump straight. They don't, in the entire presidential coverage of the media, how many of veterans understand this issue? Unfortunately, not a lot. It used to be a lot more, but we can point it out to them.